Rahim. We have studied just a quick recap of all that we have been studying so far regarding study of fail. We studied about two types of jumlas in Arabic language, jumla ismiya and jumla failiya. And then we done few examples about these two, Jumla Ismiya and Jumla Fa'liya. Then we learned about the two main types of terms that of tenses that we are going to, inshallah, going to study in detail, and we have started about these two already. Past tense and the present and the future tense. Past tense is فعل ماضي and the present and the future tense is the فعل مضارع. And if we as we already know that, and that future tense is just the same term for the فعل مستقبل, but here we are just going to add seen or sofa with the فعل مضارع, and we do not need to study it separately. Just the فعل مضارع will have the added seen or sofa. And the other two types are the forbidding and the command, فعل أمر and فعل نهي. That inshallah we are also going to learn how to make them out of فعل مضارع. Then we learn two main parts of jumla failure, that is our fail and the file. And the file will always be just like in jumla ismiya. We have the two mubtada and khabar, two important terms, mubtada and khabar, and they both are marfu. So in the same way, file in jumla ismiya, jumla failure will always be in the state of rafa, and that will be a marfu. Uh, then we learned about the maf'ul, that the third part of jumla failure, fail, file, and maf'ul. And we learned that the maf'ul is the object of a jumla failure. File is a doer, the fail is the action being done, and maf'ul is a object. Okay, then we did some examples from Quran, and we learned how the fail, file, and maf'ul are used in a jumla failure. Then we also learned about an important term, as I mentioned already, that the three main, or the you can say the two main parts of a jumla failure is fail, file, and sometimes only fail file are given, and then it goes on, you can add on the parts. And inshallah, as we progress in a study of jumlas, we will see that how other terms are added in a sentence. So far we are done with fail, file, maful, and zarf, the adverb of place and time. Alhamdulillah. Then one important thing that I told you about the Maya, that we have uh, actually if you are not solid, if you are I told you that if you are not solid on your study of the Maya, the study of Ism and Fail will be very tough. And we have to, and we will inshallah will keep revising and repeating all the terms, basic terms that we have learned so far. So it will be easy for us to uh, just go on with our studies, because if we are not going to repeat and keep revising all our basic concepts, then we cannot progress in our study. So the main two types that we learned about pronouns are the damir munfasil and the damir muttasil. Damir munfasil are the detached pronouns that we learned, and the damir muttasil are the attached pronouns that we have learned so far. Here's a chart. again for Damayar, and we learned how these 14 sigas are used for making a pronoun chart. Like huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. This is the Damayar munfasil. They are detached pronouns. Anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. Right, so these are the 14 sigas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 sigas that we learned about our Damayar Munfasil. This is a table or chart for Damir Muttasil. These are attached pronouns, and today, inshallah, we will see how we are going to use Damir as mafool, as objects, how we will use them in a Jumla failure. We will see that. So that is why I am repeating this, that you know that what are the attached forms of the pronouns. Like for hua has attached form is who, and for hiya is ha, for anta is ka, anti, ki, and this is for ana, e for nouns, and when we are using it with verb, we are going to add noon and ya, ni form. And just like that, we have na for both verb and nouns. So this is the damir muttasil chart for pronouns. And we are repeating because today topic is using the pronouns as our objects or as maf'ul. This is a very famous chart for basic Jumla failure. And we learned about Jumla failure that it is a complete sentence in itself. So here, as we are first learning about Faili Madi and family one, as this will be a default family for learning Jumla failure. So here it is with the 14 siga that Nasara, Nasaru, Nasarat, Nasarata, Nasarna, Nasarta, Nasartuma, Nasartum, Nasarti, Nasartuma, Nasartunna, Nasartu, Nasarna. And I hope all of you have memorized this chart because it is very important. Until unless you have not memorized it, you will not going to be perfect in your uh, the study of film. And as I mentioned to you already, that in terms of flexibility, the Fele Madi is non-flexible. It is non-flexible. All right, it is mabni. We have already learned about this term mabni, that all the things or all the words that are non-flexible, they do not change, those who do not change their uh, patterns or their forms, they are non-flexible, they are mabni. And why we are, inshallah, when we are going to do the Arab, you are going to learn about this mabni term more clearly. But for now, just remember that all the Fa'il Madi are in terms of flexibility, Falimadi is non-flexible or it is mabni. So like it is mabni ala sukun and mabni ala fatha and mabni ala kasra. So this term we are going to learn inshallah when we are going to do the Arab. But till now, just remember that these all endings are mabni because they are fixed. This file will change, but this star will always be like this. Like daraba, this is mabni ala alif. So here you can see this is alif. So daraba, darabu, this form will remain same because it's mabni. It will not change. Darabat, it will always be ta with the ta sukun. Darabata, this will always be ending with an alif. And darabna, this will always be ending with a noon, with a fatha, and so on. And also remember this, that inbuilt pronoun is at the end of the fi'l madi, and it is the part of the fi'l. Please remember this, that inbuilt pronoun is at the end of the fi'l madi, and it is the part of the whole fi'l, the whole word. Nasara, he helped. because if nasara, we are not going to remove it because it is part of our file, because it is telling us, it is giving us the meaning of the sentence in English. For here, this is the tasukun, which is giving away that this word is a feminine singular word. She helped. So, Inbuilt pronoun is at the end of the fi'l madi, and it is a very important part of our fi'l. All right. Also remember that the pronouns can be, as I mentioned, that they can be hidden or they can be visible. That in Arabic we call them mustatir and baris in the fi'l. So mustatir is the only term that is used for huwa and hiya. Otherwise, all the other 12 sighas have the baris pronouns or in a fen. Only for the term hua and here we will say that our pronoun is mustatir. Okay, because we cannot see a pronoun here, Nasara, we cannot see any pronoun here. We will say that its pronoun is it is Damir mustatir. And for here also, because I told you that this is Tatanis and we will not say tataris is a harf. It will not be considered because it is not a pronoun, it is not an isim, and a pronoun is part of an isim. So we cannot say that this is a pronoun. We will say for here, we will also say that it is tabir baris and it is not hidden or mustatir. So Alhamdulillah, for this, just remember that all the rest of the sigas will have the Damir Baris, and these two, Huwa and Hiya, will have the Damir Mustatir. Okay, as I mentioned here, this is Harf Tataris. This. And this is also a file here. Don't get confused. This noon with the fatha is a noon niswa and it is a pronoun. Again, this is another form of the chart. Here we will see that these endings, and just remember that this ta with the sukoon, ta with the fatha, noon with the fatha, ta with the fatha, these are all the pronouns that are fixed, that are mabri. But here, this alif and this meme alif ma and this meme, they are just showing the number of our file. Like here, fa'altum, here, ta here is the file, our file, but here meme is showing us that this is Jama Muzakkar Mukhatib because it is from antum. Fa'altum, antum, fa'altum. So this meme is giving away that you all, this is Jama Muzakkar Mukhatib, you all from here from Antum. And in the same way, this alif is showing us that this is the dual form. This is the Musanna form, just like that Muslimun, Muslimani, that alif is telling us that there are two Muslims, and Muslimuna, that wow is telling us that there are more than two Muslims, just like here you can say Fa'alu. Here, this is telling us that there are more than uh, two people. Alhamdulillah. So again, we learn about Fa'il Madi Malu, that all the file that have that are active, that in which the doer is given, we know that that is Fa'il Madi Malum, because here we know what is who is a doer. All right. Okay, then we also learn about two types of fail, fail lazim and fail mutaddi, and we learned that the fail lazim is intransitive verbs and fail mutaddi is transitive verbs, and fail lazim, they do not need a maf'ul, while fail mutaddi always need a maf'ul, and they are linked with a maf'ul. Like we can make a verb, we can write a verb which doesn't need a maf'ul. Like example C, Zahaba Zaidun. Zaid went. So here you can see that this sentence doesn't need a maf'ul. So this is a fairly lazim. And in which the sentence in which a maf'ul is needed, we will say that it is a fairly muta'addi. Kataba Zaidun kitaban. See here, Zaid wrote a book. Kataba Zaidun. What did Zaid write? He wrote a book. Kitaban. Zaid wrote a book. Alhamdulillah. So there were some more examples about intransitive and transitive verbs. Okay, so as I also told you about that we learned two charts of the Maya, the Rafa Damir and that the Jar and Asam form. The Jar and Asam is the attached Damir, and we can see that they are the Damir Muttasil and they have the state, they are in the state of Jar or Nasab or Jar. And for Jar, I will tell you two things about two rules about them. And inshallah, as we will proceed, I'll tell you that how these rules are mentioned. Inshallah. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So, fairly calm. You must now be familiar with this word, fairly calm. We learned that from tamam that something is tamam means something complete. So whenever we will also learn about the fairly naqis, but as these are all fail tam because they are the complete fail because they are giving away the complete meaning of uh, or Jumla failure. And here, as I mentioned, that we are now today, we are learning about the damir that can be used as maf'ul. You can see here in this examples in Fail Mutadi from the Quran that we have the three main parts of Jumla failure, fail, file, and maf'ul. And you can see here, خلق الله الأرض. You can see here, this is our file, file madi. This is our file, Allah lafzul jalala, and maf'ul is al-arda. So you can see the three main parts of file, jumla failure. Qatala Dawood Jaluta. Here, Qatala is our file, Dawood is our file, and maf'ul is Jalut. Here you can see they both are not the damai. They both are the nouns. Al-Arda and Jaluta, they both are nouns, and you can also see here that they are in the state of nasab because they are details, and details, whether it is Jumla Ismiya or Jumla Fi'liya, details are always in the state of nasab and they are always mansoob, and we have to just follow the rules of asma and afal to make them in the state of nasab. Like you know that all the asma to convert them into the nasab state, we have to put a fatha. We have to put a fatha on the last letter, and in this way they will be in the state of nasab or they will be mansoob. And as they are ism, so this is how they will be converted into a nasab state. But how to use in Jumla Failia, the maful, those are the damai or any Jumla Failia, how it can be in the Mansoob form that we are going to learn inshallah. But today we will see how we are going to use the damai because you know that damais are also asma. They are also the part of nouns. So we will see that how to use pronouns. Today, we will see that how to use pronouns because you know that these are nouns. So let's see how can we use them. And the status of the pronouns doer, as I mentioned, that is always marfu. But the the status of the pronouns that is object will be nasab or jar depending on its on the context that how it will be used. But for just remember that the jar state will be used for the isim, and the nasab state will be used for the uh, afal. All right, let's see. Okay, the pronouns use as the wire or as the object. So you know that here I have given some examples from Jumla failure, and here we can see on the right column there are few Jumla failure are given, and here is the meaning of those sentences. So you can see that here Nasarahu. You can see that there are two words. Here, this is the first word, and here, this is the second word. We remember your attached pronoun chart. Remember it? Let me show you. You can see here. You can see the attached form of hua is who. And remember all of it? Huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna. We are going to use them today with our Jumla failures. So remember the hua, what is the attached form of hua? That is who. So let's see here, who. We attach it with Jumla failure, Nasara. Nasara, we already know that Nasara means he have. Now we are using the Hua version of our Sigas, and we are writing here the attached form of Hua, that is who. So Nasara who means he helped him. In this way, we are using a damir that this will become a maf'ul or the object of our Jumla failure. Now see here, remember that while doing this Jumla failure, we have used here a noun, but here we are using a pronoun, and this is also the detail of our Jumla failure, our sentence. All right? Nasarahu. This is not one word. These are two words. So whenever you see in Quran or in any Arabic book that there are the attached pronouns are used, you will know that these are two words and this is not one word. Inshallah. So let's see here. This is the attached form of huwa, nasarahu. He helped him. All right. So here again, see, these are two words, nasaraka. So what is ka used for? Anta ka. Anta ka. So here ka is the attached form of anta, nasaraka. So he helped you. Anta is you. So here we are using the attached form of the pronoun as an object, and we are saying nasaraka here. And instantly we know that this is like here you will have this question in your mind that if it is a maf'ul and if it is an object, then why it has a dhamma uh, here? So it depends on sentences. You know that we learned that the attached form was who. Okay, so this dhamma is coming from that attached table. Okay, so nasara who, and even if it is with the dhamma, but it will be nasab. All right, it will be in the state of nasab. Why? Because it is the maf'ul. It is the object of a sentence. And remember, for jumla ismiya or jumla failure, the object is maf'ul or the detail, and the detail is always nasab in state, and they are mansoob. So forget about the dhamma, kasra, or fathas. Just remember for jumla failure, if it is the attached pronouns, if it is the maf'ul or the object of your sentence, it for jumla failure only, it will be in the state of nasab or it will be mansoob. And for jumla ismiya, we will also see that, and we have learned that for jumla ismiya, jumla ismiya, it will be always in the state of jar. All right. So the file for the file. It is in the file. The file is always rafa or marfu in the state of rafa. The attached pronouns are always in the state of nasab because they are the maf'ul, they are the object of a sentence. Nasarahu here, this is maf'ul, he helped him. Nasaraka antaka, he helped you. And remember, these are two words. Remember, these are two words. First word and the second word. Next word is nasarani. I already mentioned one thing again that for ana, there are two versions, E and D. And for Jumla Ismiya or for the isms when we attached the attached form of ana, that is the E or D, we will add only E for the ism and D for a fell, just like the Nasara D. So we are not saying Nasara E because E is attached form of ana is only used with the ism and not with the fell. So here we will write D for the fail. Nasara D. He helped me. All right. Nasarana for, as I mentioned earlier, that the attached form of Nahnu is na for both isim and isim and fail. So here Nasarana, he helped us. Nasara who, they both helped him. Who? The attached form of huwa, nasara. How do we know they both? Because this alif is telling us that the file is the dual. Nasara, Usanna. Nasara, who? They both helped him. Again, these are two words. Nasaru, who? Nasaru, who? They helped him. This waw is telling us that this is the plural form, more than two. Daraba, daraba is the huwa version. Huwa daraba, huwa daraba. Now is attached like he hit us because na is the attached form of nahnu. Daraba na, he hit us. Darabtumuhu, darabtumuhu. All of you hit him. Darabtu, and you must be confused about this vow. Inshallah, we will have another small session for this alif here that is dropped, and this wow, this is called the vowel ishba, and inshallah vowel ishba, this extra vowel is called the vowel ishba. It doesn't have any grammatical position in the in the sentence, but inshallah we'll have a small class for these words. But just see this, that how this vowel is added for the ease of pronunciation, and the darabtum for from antum is changed to darabtumuhu. This is the attached word of huwa. All of you hit him. Sa'altumuhu. All of you asked him. Again, sa'altum. This wow is added here, wow nishba, and sa'altumuhu. All of you asked him. So here you can see how we are using the attached pronouns, the damair muttasil, with using as a maf'ul, as an object in jumla fi'liya. All these red highlighted, you can see we have used different types of the damair muttasil to use them in a jumla fi'liya, alhamdulillah, and we saw that how they can be easily attached with the jumla failure to make a complete jumla failure with our fail, file, and maf'ul. So fail and file here, the fail is helped. And what is the file here? He. Who is the file here? He. From, we know that here. And can you see, just forget this part, just see this part. Can you see the damair here or the file here? No. As I mentioned here, for huwa and the here, the damir mustatir here will be used. So here a file is mustatir. All right. Here a file is mustatir. Again here nasara, here the he version is huwa version is used. So here damir is mustatir. But remember, these are two parts. Here, you will say that why the Veer Mustatir? Because we are only seeing the first portion of our Jumla failure and our fail and file, and here a file is hidden. It is Mustatir. So it has two parts, our fail file and the detail or maf'ul. Alhamdulillah. So note that when the mean comes as maf'ul with the siga jama muzakkar ghaib, here nasaruhu, they helped him. You can see here means they helped him. You can see that the alif is dropped. Uh, Let me show you the chart here. See for alu, here we are writing here the alif, and this alif is giving away that this is the jama they. Okay, this is our wow is our file, and this is showing us that this is an extra alif that is always used with vowel jama. And inshallah, I'll tell you about this as well. See here, this alif, this is. So when adding a damir muttasil, when adding a damir, we are going to drop it. Here, see, this alif is dropped here. All right. So this will be dropped in this siga. And also remember that when damir comes as maf'ul with the siga, jama muzakkar mukhatab, see here, that a wow is added after the beam of the tone. All right. And as I mentioned, this wow is called wow ishba. Okay. All right. So remember these 2 points that how the alif is will be dropped. Remember that these are the rules that you are going to follow when attaching tabir to your jumla failure. You have to drop that wow. You have to drop that alif from the jama mudhakkar ghaib siga, and also you have to add a wow, the wow ishba, when you are using the antum version of your siga. Alhamdulillah. So, Alhamdulillah, we are adding the session here, and inshallah, we will have a quick another session after a few hours. In which I'll be explaining you some important terms and some important letters that you are going to learn in your study of fiqh, because they are very important to learn, and you will see that how we are going to differentiate them to make words or jumla failure. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so see you all in the next class. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.